And we are live. Hey, 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 welcome, welcome to another episode of the Mondo Market TV Crafting with Shalyn show. Now, this is fun. This is when you get together with us every Monday afternoon and just have just a little bit of me time. This is just your time to get creative, watch our demos, and find some inspiration. Remember that this is interactive. We want your comments and your questions. So send them in the chat. There are a few places where you can watch. If you're watching on Facebook, just use the chat where you're watching on there. Your best viewing experience is on mondomarkettv.com. You can watch on there and then use the chat box below the video to send in your questions and comments. And we have a drawing going on. Yes, we do. For those of you who are sharing and participating in the chat, so you got to share and comment.
Right.
Well, we're going to give away a very cool set of watermelon coasters painted by Shalyn. So yes, here you have it. For you to win this beautiful set of watermelon coasters, just comment and share. And we'll announce the lucky winner at the very end of the day, at the very end of the broadcast today. So do that, okay? And don't forget, questions, comments, anything, we want to hear it.
We totally want to hear it.
Yes. So Shalyn, tell us what we're going to do today.
Well, I am so excited because I love different crafts that actually are fun. And I love themed crafts. And so today I thought, well, why not we do a picnic in the park? So
yes,
if you're doing a picnic theme, lunch or dinner or family gathering, whatever you're going to be doing, this would be really fun to do for your family, and it's really inexpensive, but it's also really cute, and people will be like, oh my gosh, you are so talented, and you just say, yes, I am.
That's right. Own it.
So talented. Yes, own it. Totally own it. And the fun thing about these patterns is you don't have to limit them to what I have here. I want you to expand your horizons and put them on everything that you can think of if that's what you want to do for your theme. So just to give you a little background of the kit that we're going to do, there is a picnic, ant, watermelon, fun frame here that would just be really cute. You could have it like at the entryway on a little table that your family signs into. There's a menu. We have another little coaster that you could put like a salad on top. But I mean, just before everything starts, you can have your whole buffet set up, and it's just pretty. Yes. And again, with the kits that I do, you don't have to specifically use my colors. These are the colors that I chose because they're fun for me, and I like the theme. If you can tell, my shirt matches my material, which matches my frames. I love to color coordinate, make things coordinate. So that's what's really fun about, you know, just being a crafter. You can do whatever you want. You just take the idea and change it into yours. So let's get started.
Let's do it.
So what I'm going to show you today is I want to show you how to make the coasters because they're easy, they're fun, and they're fast.
Ooh, I like that.
So I'm going to give you one.
Oh boy, she likes putting me on the spot.
I love putting her on the spot.
So I have here a coaster.
You have a coaster, and I'm actually going to give you a white piece of paper so that you can put your paint on top.
Got it.
So these are really easy. These are just a 2x2, or let's see, this is a 4x4 round. It's just easy, 4 inches by 4 inches. And what I want you to do is we're going to base coat. And for some of you, base coating is just like, you know, how do I do that? How do I get started? Well,
that would be me.
Well, base coating is really easy. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to base coat the top of our watermelon. And I'm actually going to use a different red than I did in this. So this is a little bit lighter. We're just going to put a little bit into here. Always shake your bottles. Always, always, always. Never pour your paint out without shaking it because you're going to end up having globs. That's no fun. So we're going to take our paint brushes. This is just a sponge brush, simple sponge brush. You don't have to do anything fancy. And just dip it in your paint. And we're going to go across the top. It's like, get ready, set, go. So this is what I do.
We're laying the sauce on the pizza right now.
Yes, we're building our pizza. That's a good analogy. So I've already got one coat on. I'm gonna do another one just really quick.
And by the way, she's a ninja. Look at how fast she did it. But don't forget, we have a cool drawing going on right now.
Yes.
So a very lucky winner, we'll announce it at the very end of the day today, will get this set of watermelon coasters. Now look how adorable this is. What do you need to do in order to get this? Well, just share and comment. Share and leave your comments. You can watch on. You might be watching on Facebook. You might be watching on our website. Just comment and share wherever you're watching, even on YouTube, and we'll announce the lucky win at the end of the day today.
Totally, and they're fun to have.
Yes.
You can make a whole bunch of these. These would be really cute if you had 20 or 30 people and you had a coaster for each one of them sitting on your table with all your ants and everything. I mean, how fun is that?
Very fun.
So I am just gonna go along the edge here. Notice I go over the lines. You don't have to be perfect on this because we're gonna end up doing a few extra things for this. And this is really fast. See, you want crafts that don't take you all day to do. You wanna be able to do them, get done, and be able to present them. So there is basically the top of my watermelon coaster. Fast, easy, simple. And I love it. You can do 2 coats, you can do 3 coats, depending how dark you want. So if you want to go a little bit darker, that's fine. If not, don't worry about it. So now we're gonna put our green on.
Okay.
You're good now. See, look how fast you did that.
I did it. If I can do it, you can do it. Trust me.
She's good. She's good. But, you know, sometimes people are intimidated by crafts. I don't want you to be intimidated by my patterns because I like things fast, easy, and simple. So I'm gonna give you a brush.
Okay.
And this we're gonna go with just a little bit. We wanna brush because now we're gonna try and get into the little bit of the lines on the edge, and the green will cover over the red. But a sponge brush won't give you an accurate line like these will.
By the way, Guest 310 is asking, what type of paint is this?
This is acrylic paint. So non-toxic acrylic paint. You can get it at any local craft store. You can even get it at the superstores. They have a craft section and you can get them there. But see, I'm just painting around my edge. But that's a really good question. If you use something with an oil base, it takes a long time to dry. So just make sure that your paints are acrylic. Now see, I'm gonna pinch my craft for me. I'm gonna pinch it so I can get around my edges. But I mean, it's really fast. You can see I got a little bit right there. Don't worry about it. Don't stress over it. Just keep going with the flow because I'm gonna show, I love tricks. I mean, when I was working as a designer in a craft chain, the ladies in my craft booth, we were the designers, would call it the Shea Way. I love the Shea Way for 2 reasons. Fast, easy, I'm not a big step person, so sometimes you can skip steps because they're unnecessary, because they just want you to buy their products. And I don't want to do that. So I just did 1 coat of green. Look at you, girl.
No.
There you go. So, and I just got a little green on the top of my red. Just cover it up. That's all you have to do. So simple and easy. I didn't have to sand these because they already come sanded, and I didn't have to wipe them off with a tack cloth because there isn't any sawdust on them. So it's really nice. They're really lightweight. They're pine. So works out great. So now what we're gonna do is I am going to grab some white here. And I think what I'm gonna do is I really like chalk paint. I think chalk paint is a lot of fun. Sometimes it doesn't open very good, but this is just a Waverly chalk paint, and it's just white. So really easy to use. Cleanup's really easy. Plus, if you have colored chalk, if you do have white on there, you could use the colored chalk on it. So it's just a white chalkboard instead of a black chalkboard. So we'll let yours dry for a second, and I'm gonna show them how to stipple. So all I have here is a stipple brush. So it's just more of a stencil brush, stipple brush. Has really rough, kind of coarse bristles here, so you want to have that. And what you want to do is I just take a plain piece of paper, and you can use parchment paper, you can use, you know, plastic, you can use anything you want, as long as you get a dry brush to it. So I'm just dipping a little bit into my brush, and then what I'm going to do is I am going to just work all that paint out. So I want to make sure that the paint gets out of my brush. And then what I'm going to do, and I always have little handy wipes around too. So if you have baby wipes at home, they are the best for paint. I promise, they're awesome. Because you don't want to get your paint onto your project once you start finishing it up. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to stipple the edges here. So see, when I said we don't have to worry about the paint going onto the edge, it's because we're going to cover it up. So I'm going to keep doing that. And we're just going to make sure we have a dry brush here, and we are going to go around. See how easy that is?
Easy, but it changes everything, actually, the white. What you call that technique, stipple?
This is stippling.
Stippling.
So it's a really easy technique. I mean, you don't have to master it. You don't have to be perfect at it. But I will tell you, in fact, I'll show you. So if you take your brush and you go like this, stipple it off a little bit.
Let's even put it more towards the middle so you can see.
So if you just put a little bit onto your paintbrush, so you've got it kind of full.
Okay.
And then you decide, okay, I'm just going to put it right here. Can you see the difference in the stippling?
Yes.
That's really dark. This is really light. So if you start doing that, you want to make sure everything is even. Let's just pull it around. Stippling is really fun, and it actually adds a lot of highlight to everything. But there you go. Just in a few minutes, we've painted it and we've stippled it. So easy peasy.
Fabulous.
Yes.
Changes the entire look of the piece. May I touch it and show them the progress so far?
Absolutely.
Okay. So here's what we have so far. The stippling, you can see there, the sides. Beautiful.
It's fun.
It looks fun
it's
already.
Fun.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm going to show you, this is where I like to cut corners and do things. This is a stylus, and I've had this probably 20 years, so I love this thing.
Like a ball stylus?
Ball stylus.
Okay.
Love it. Simple.
Not very big even.
It's not very big. And this is a crochet hook.
Ooh, I wonder what you're going to do with these.
And I love these two tools.
It's an itty bitty crochet hook.
It's itty bitty, and I'll show you why here in just a sec.
Like mega itty bitty. Like itty bitty bitty.
But it's a lot of fun because I don't even know what the number is on
12.
I mean, it's
by 1 millimeter.
It is for super, super, super fine thread. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my smaller edge of my
ball stylus,
and I am just going to start adding little tiny dots. So just like I did in the original one over there, I'm just going to add dots.
Dots. And
you can add as many as you want. There is no limit to how many dots you can have. Well, there is to a point. I mean, you know, you might as well paint it if you're going to have, you know, a ton of white dots.
By the way, Judy said, love learning all the techniques. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Judy. You're awesome. Glad you joined us. It's just a lot of fun to be able to sit down and do this. Now, these are crafts you can do with your kids. So, you know, your kids, I believe kids need to be stimulated by art, and arts and crafts is a huge thing in my world. I have daughters who both do arts and crafts, and they range from painting to florals to soap to jewelry to cartoons. So,
wow.
Yes, arts and crafts is wonderful. Now, see, fast, simple, easy. Once your stylus starts getting kind of clogged up, you need to clean it off, because then it, you know, you'll end up getting weird circles. But I'm going to try and go super fast on this. And what's really cool about making something this fast and this simple is you could make a whole bunch of them, and you could actually sell these at a festival, a market, an art show. You know, if you have a bunch of different ones that, different sizes that you can make to put trays on, I mean, go for it. There are so many opportunities for you to do things that you don't just have to limit yourself to what's in my kit. Just take it and run with it.
Now, how much would you sell a coaster set?
A coaster, well, it depends on how many coasters. So if you had, say, 15 minutes of time into making one, because that's about how much it could take you, and you decide that you're going to sell a set of 8, I would sell it for $21.
Okay.
I mean, you know, by the time you get done doing 8, your cost, your time into it, I think $21 is really fair. And there's a lot of people who will pay that because they don't want to have to do it. So that's what's really nice.
And it's a great thing to sell at a bazaar or a show or any kind of farmer's market.
Absolutely. The trick about a farmer's market and craft shows is you want to make things that are fast, easy, simple, and not very expensive. Because if you start getting your costs up really high, they're not going to buy it. Because they still want something that's affordable. So now I'm going to show you how to do the sides really quick. I'm not going to go through the whole entire sides, but I'm going to show you how to do them.
And you just have another brush with you?
This is just a liner brush. So whatever size of liner brush you are comfortable with, God, my eyes are, this is a 3. So it's actually a round liner brush. And what I'm doing is I'm just getting a little bit of liquefied paint. So I put a little bit of water into my paint. Now I'm going to lift it up. And on the side here, I'm going to make Z's. Just a bunch of Z's. And you can do them any way you want. This is just giving to the side of the watermelon. We're just trying to make the little lines. And I won't go through the whole thing, but we'll just do a few.
It just adds a
If you want to
flair.
show them that.
Yes.
So it just adds a little bit more.
So look, this is it without it. But then look at it with it.
There you go.
Changes everything, even from this angle. So like if you just see it like this, but if you see it like this,
that.
whoa.
It works great.
Yes, it does.
And you want to make sure your lines aren't too close together or too far apart. So what's really cool about...
so the baby wipes work even if you...
Yes, I should have said something. Do you know what else works really good too is your spit. So if you end up getting a little piece of paint on something and you're like, oh my gosh, what do I do? You just lick and just move it really quick.
And it
the
takes
acid
care
in
of
your
it?
spit will take care of it. I don't recommend doing it all the time, but it's fine. It's fine. So crochet hook.
Okay.
This is what I was going to show you with the dots. So I usually do the big dots. And like I say, I'm not going to do the whole thing, but when I want teeny, ooh, see, I got a hair, teeny tiny baby dots, and I'll show you on top of this. You can make little teeny tiny little dots. And they're even, they're just teeny. So it won't go very big. So depending on how much paint you put on your end of your crochet hook, so that's how many dots you'll have. So I'll show you the different sizes. So right there, there's your different sizes of dots.
Oh, yes.
And that's with the same crochet hook. So depending on how much paint you dip it into, that's how fine you can get your dots. And these are great for eyes.
Yes. I mean, you can see these itty bitty.
They're teeny tiny.
So you can really get detailed. It's a fabulous trick.
And details are great because a lot of people think you've worked a long time on it. Nah.
Not if you know the Shea way.
The Shea way is the way.
That's right.
So now what I'm doing is I'm taking a bigger brush, and this is just an angle 6, size 6 angle brush, but I'm not using the brush, I'm gonna use the end. And I wanna make my seeds for my watermelon. So I'm gonna dip it right into the black paint. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start where the end of the brush is, I'm gonna pull up.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna start, pull up. And you can do as many watermelon seeds as you want. So that gives you kind of an idea. Easy peasy.
Easy.
Once you get all these little tiny watermelons up, let me see if I can go faster. You're going to want them to dry just a little bit, and then I just put a little liner mark on it. So I'm just going to cover up those little dots. But what is so awesome is this is the end of a brush. So you don't really need to have painting talent skills to pull watermelon seeds, but it adds a lot. And that's where your details come in, make your crafts just that much more special. There's your watermelon seeds.
Fantastic.
So if you want to show that.
Using the edge.
Just using the
edge of the brush. How cool is that?
Yep.
Look at that.
Easy.
Easy, fast,
and easy.
And good. It looks great.
So now what I want to do is, in this kit, we have ants, and I love ants. I think ants are really cute. I know some people don't, but I think they're a lot of fun.
By the way, check this out. Before we even go to the ants, Celia said, "What great tips."
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Celia. So actually, I would like to invite you to go to mondomarkettv.com and check out the beautiful kit that Shalyn has prepared for us. It's a fantastic kit. We call it Picnic in the Park Wood Kit. And with it comes, this kit includes the 10x10 wood frame, the 6x8 wood frame, the 7x7 wood round, the 4x4, the 2 sets of 4x4 wood rounds, a 12-inch twine, 12-inch black ribbon, the pattern for you to paint, and you're going to see it in action here in a minute, and painting instructions. Of course, along to this video that you can always come back to. And it's really easy, but a super fun product for you. So just go to mondomarkettv.com. During the next 24 hours, we have a great sale. Normally, this great introductory price for you, normally $21.95 today. During the next 24 hours, $19.95. So just go to mondomarkettv.com to get your kit. This way you can be on your way to some fun and creative picnic projects.
That's right.
The Shea way, yes.
The Shea way. That's the way. So, okay, we're going to hurry and I'm going to show you a little bit about the doing the picture frame with the stencil, because some people don't know how to do stencils.
Yes.
And they're a little intimidated by them. So I am going to just paint really quickly. I'm going to paint the top of this frame, and I'm not going to do the sides because we want to show you how to do this. And while we let this dry, we're going to actually paint another frame, because the acrylic paint will dry really fast. And if you notice, I am not being perfect. You don't have to. Just enjoy the process. That's the whole thing. Is, you know what's really cool is when somebody comes up to your door and they say, "Did you make this craft?" And you're like, "Absolutely.
You bet I did.
This is what I did," because crafts are a form of art, and you are an artist if you can do crafts. And that's what's so important about, you know, some people say, "Oh, I'm just a crafter." Well, a crafter is what started, you know, crafting in America when, you know, the settlers came over. That was their art, and, you know, they have crafting. So, you know, be proud of what you do, because it's really important that you label yourself as an artist and own that, not just say, "Well,
that's right.
You know, I just do this." So the next one we're going to do is we are going to do this little tiny round disc. I'm having an over 40 moment. So
this right here is the 7x7 wood round.
This is the 7x7 wood round disc, yeah. So I am just going to base it. And I'm using the chalk paint, the Waverly chalk paint. I got it at a local grocery store. I didn't take the staple out because, you know, sometimes you forget things. So we're just going to paint over and not worry about the staple. But yes, I do recognize it. So.
By the way, Chelsea says, "Super cute idea."
Aw, thanks, Chelsea. That's my Chelsea. That's my favorite youngest daughter. I have two. I have a favorite oldest daughter and a favorite youngest daughter, and they know that they're the favorites.
Ron said, this is so awesome.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate you being here. He's awesome too. So I am just gonna hurry and do the top of this because I want to show you how to put the ant pattern on top of this.
And your brush isn't even very loaded, right?
No. The thing about balsa wood and pine is it absorbs fast.
Oh.
But if you have a lot of grain in it, you're gonna have to paint it more than once. You might have to do 2 or 3 times. If you're stenciling over it, you don't have to worry. So that's what's really nice. So what I'm gonna do is we are going to use, this is a larger stencil brush right here.
So what makes a stencil brush different than a regular brush?
Well, a stencil brush has a littler handle to me. This is my opinion, this is not law, but it has a smaller handle, easier to grip. A stipple brush, you're trying to be more precise. So you're trying to get into your craft in a precise manner. This, you can do bigger areas too. I mean, comparing the two, I mean, there's just not much comparison. And I'm gonna make sure you always keep your brushes, the stipple brushes and your other brushes in water if you're not gonna use them, because you do not want to let them.
Do you want to put these then?
Yes, I will put, not this one. Your sponge brushes are so inexpensive. You're looking at about 7 cents a piece,
Just
8
awesome.
cents a piece. But the bigger ones, your brushes can run you $10, $12 a piece. So before you start stenciling, we want to make sure, and again, I have my wipes here.
And don't forget, if you have any comments,
Yes.
comment and share, and you'll be entered to win a beautiful set of watermelon coasters.
Yes.
Comment and share wherever you're watching.
That's awesome. And I'm really excited because, you know, when you get done doing stuff like this and you can add accessories to it, like checkered material,
Yes.
you can add so many things. Be creative, get it out there, do what you want to do. And the thing is, you can't do it wrong. So don't let anybody tell you you've done it wrong. You're doing it your way. You're just taking ideas and you're doing it your way. So we are going to start out with white. Let me get just a little bit more white.
Just regular acrylic white?
Nope, this is the chalk paint white.
Chalk paint white.
Chalk
Just
paint
checking
white.
if they're paying attention.
Yep, in fact, you'll notice that a lot of my choices for white and blacks and sometimes off-whites will be the chalk paint because they're easy to work with and they're forgiving. So sometimes things aren't as forgiving. So I'm loading it up again, just like we did before. And I'm gonna go in a circular motion. I want to make it dry just like I did my stipple brush, but I'm working that paint into the bristles. So now I'm just going to take a very inexpensive stencil and I am just, and you know what, make sure your little tabs are down in the back. So I'm just going to throw this on top of here, try and make it even. And I try and do so there's a little bit of square on either side, right here and right here. And then I am just gonna start punching this. And you just want it to have a nice light look.
I like that.
So that's really fun. Easy peasy.
Fast.
I think, yeah, when you start stressing over crafts, then your craft isn't worth it. And, you know, you should be able to enjoy, have fun. You know, like I said, make it yours. That's why I love when my kids come over and do crafts with me because they all have a different style, they all have a different way of doing things, and it's awesome. And they're not doing it wrong. They're doing it their way. So, you know, take my instructions and adapt them to who you are. So there is, I'm just gonna show you a little bit of side of how we stipple or stenciled the menu frame. So it's really easy. The secret on the inside is there's a piece of paper that will come inside the frame and it's just white cardstock. All you have to do is paint that with black chalk paint.
Ooh.
That's all you have to do.
That easy?
Or you can spray it with chalk paint.
Nice.
That's it. There'll just be a nice hard piece of
I was
cardstock.
wondering how you did that.
Yep, it's just a piece of cardstock, and you just spray it, and then you can write on it with either the paint chalk markers or regular chalk. It's totally up to you.
Fantastic.
So, while that, in fact, I'm going to show you one more trick before we move that. So I lined all the squares on everything. I lined them with a marker.
Oh.
And some people might think that's crazy. I don't, because it adds character. So this is just plain, and it looks great. You do not have to do this. Just if you want to, you can.
It adds a little bit of depth, I see.
It does. And I'm not even making my squares perfect. I'm just kind of faking it.
Now, what kind of pen are you using?
It's a non-acetone. This one's a 0.5 liner, and it's just for scrapbooking. So go get it, because it won't run. If you get markers, some of the markers like the Sharpies, you could put a Sharpie down here and do it, and then spray it with a sealer, and everything will just bleed. So be really careful. Make sure it's non-acetone, permanent, black, or whatever color you want. And then just color your squares. And it just changes it, gives it a different look. And it's really quite fun. So you can see the difference just in how I did those.
Yes.
Simple. Do you want to show that over there?
Yes, very nice.
Simple,
okay,
easy,
check
fast.
this out. Let's see if you can see the detail there.
You see
so
the
even
little
if I were to cover just the one side, just for you to see. So notice over here on this side, and then
the character of it. So it just finishes it off.
Yes.
It gives it a finished look. And I can tell you there's a lot of people over the years when I've done farmers markets and things and boutiques, they loved the finished product.
And this is, for example, the finished.
That's the finished.
Look at it right there. If you can see. Look at that. See, and you can see that the tracing of the white, the little white boxes, actually, it does add that depth. It adds a little bit of a rustic feel to it.
Changes it all.
Adds character, for sure.
Yep.
Yes.
So I did paint on the edge of that. I did paint it a darker color. You don't have to paint it all red, paint it all pink, whatever color your picnic is. You don't have to be red and white and black. I just chose that because it was really fun, and I had this stuff, and I thought, oh, this will be great.
So, Celia asks, what kind of sealer would you suggest to finish with?
I like a Delta Coat ceramic sealer. I really like that, but this will sound weird. You can go to your local big supermarkets that have like the clothing and all the food and everything in it. In their paint department, they will have a generic brand of sealer that's clear. You want to make sure you either get the matte finish. The satin finish sometimes doesn't look real great, but it's a generic can, and it'll save you a ton of money, and you can do hundreds of crafts. So that's a great question, because I just get the generic brand that's like $2.
Nice.
And I can spray it. Your paints already have a little bit of sealer in them. So, you know, obviously they're not going to wash off your craft, but you want to seal what you've worked so hard to do. Get the generic one. If not, you can get a ceramic coat. Some of these home, like Lowe's and Home Depot, they have their own sealant that's clear, and you can get that, but sometimes they run $6, $7 a bottle or a spray can. So
wow.
Just kind of price it around, but some of these generic ones are made by the same company, so.
Great tip.
So yeah.
By the way, I invite you to go to mondomarkettv.com right now to get your Picnic in the Park wood kit. This fabulous kit includes, you'll see a 10x10 wood frame, a 6x8 wood frame, a 7x7 wood round, a 4x4, two 4x4 wood rounds, which are these that you're seeing with the coasters right here. It'll come with twine and black ribbon and the pattern for you to create the beautiful picnic drawings that you're seeing over here with the ants and the watermelon. It's a really easy and fun project. During the next 24 hours, you can get our introductory price, which is $19.95. So normally $21.95. During the next 24 hours, $19.95. Just go to Mondo Market TV to get your kit today. It's a fabulous, fun project. You can see it. You're seeing it here with us. Super easy to do. fast and fabulous. And if you do this just for yourself, just for fun, a great activity for kids even, but like Shay mentioned earlier, you can actually even sell it if you do bazaars and shows and things like that. Great thing for you to do, to produce quickly and sell and make
a profit.
A profit, exactly.
Profit. That's the whole point in doing those craft shows. You want to make a profit. And
that's right.
When my kids were little, I used to get them to help me base coat things. So my kids learned early on that they could base coat for, a little bit of money sometimes. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to transfer this pattern on. Ooh. And I'm just going to I just did the one ant and the watermelon on the round disc.
And this is the pattern that they will get, correct?
Yes, you'll get the patterns. You'll get all the patterns of the watermelons. You'll get all the written instructions, everything. This is the one I actually traced onto tracing paper.
Yes.
Because I like that a lot. It's easier for me to see where my my other paper is down below.
And it's a super cute drawing.
It's so fun.
You'll like it.
It's a lot of fun. And cartoons are a hoot for me because they're just easy and cutesy, and I like them.
So you have some carbon paper here?
Carbon paper, disc. And all I'm going to do is I'm not going to do the details. I'm just going to do... And I'm not even actually doing that ant, so I'm going to do
just the main outline.
The outline of the watermelon, and it really doesn't have to be perfect. It just you just need to have the gist of it. And this white line right here is actually going to be stippled, so it's just more of a place to tell you where it's going to be, so you can actually paint that red and then stipple right over it.
I like the stippling technique because it hides mistakes.
It does.
Yeah.
It really, really does, and that's what's so cool about it. And then let's just do the ant real quick. And what's really fun about doing these patterns is you can take them. Oh, I probably went off the side on that. So, see, this is called a crafter's mistake, and I'm going to show you how to remedy it.
So you went off the side of the disc. I
went off the side of the disc. Oh, man.
It happens.
So now I need to be able to erase it.
Just a regular eraser?
This is actually an artist eraser, and it's just like a piece of sticky stuff.
And why do you like it?
Because it doesn't take my paint off.
Ooh.
An eraser, so a regular eraser, if you erase hard enough, you can end up having the paint will come off. So I'm just going to hurry and go like this. And then, see, it's almost off there. And I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to go like that.
Just as a insurance, like just a guarantee.
Yep.
Just make sure.
But that's easy. So see,
easy. There
was a mistake. It's easy to correct. And now what we're going to do is I'm just going to place carbon paper over here. Going to place my watermelon right here, but then I'm going to move it just a little bit. So, and if it's not perfect, you can still fix it by just adding a few more things. So easy, easy. And you don't really have to do all the details, just do the main things, because that's what you're going to be painting. And the details come later. There. And it didn't work.
How come? What happened? Oh, is it inside out?
Well, no, I think I've used this enough that
it's time to go.
Yep, it's time to get another one. So anyways, you get the gist of it. This is live TV. So you did
That's right. Basically, you erased it and readjusted the position
and
retraced it.
Right, retraced it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gather up my flat brushes.
And don't forget, if you have any questions, any comments, type them into the chat.
Right.
By the way, share and comment, and you'll be entered to win our cool drawing that we have
there
today
you go.
For these coasters made by Shalyn. Yes, you get a set of coasters.
Stuff.
Very fun stuff. So pretty, so fun.
The fun thing about live TV, you know, you can make as many mistakes as you want.
That's right.
And you can show people that there are times where you make mistakes and you've been crafting for 25, 30 years doing the same thing.
Well, it just happens.
Works.
I mean, it's part of life, part of crafting.
Absolutely.
It happens. It's good to know how to deal with it.
Well, and not to panic. There's a lot of people that panic and they say, my craft is ruined. I can't do it anymore. This is dumb. You can. And it's like, you can always fix things except wedding cakes. I can't fix wedding cakes, so that's one thing I can do. And it intimidates me. But painting, you can resand, you can repaint, you can do just about anything you want. So basically, this is what I am doing with the disc. Quick, easy. And you notice my lines aren't super perfect because, again, we're going to be stippling across. I want my upper line to be a little bit straight, and I want to make sure I can at least pull that across. And if it doesn't get straight, your ant is going to cover a little bit of it. So, I mean, these crafts are designed kind of a no-fail design because they're cute, easy, fun to make. And when you buy the kit and you put it together and you hang it up in your house or you have it for your display or for your party, oh my gosh, you're going to be the talk. And then people are going to ask you to make things for them. Sometimes free, sometimes not, but they'll be asking you, and that is how you get the word of mouth out, is when they start seeing your artistic abilities. And everybody has them, even Nash. She's got great artistic abilities. I have faith in her. So, see, easy. We're just adding that in. We're gonna add in the watermelon rind. And the cool thing about it is what we did on these right here, the little coasters, is exactly what you're gonna do on this one. So basically, we are almost through. But I want to show you what I did with the red stenciling on this one. So I'm going to do the green. And your rinds don't have to be my color of green. You can do a deep dark green. You can do a lime green. I've seen some really cute rinds that are actually kind of a lime green. And they've made them into like honeydew melons. They've made them into cantaloupes. Nice. So don't take this as you have to do it exactly like this. Explore, create, make it happen. And mine are just traditional red and green, kind of like Christmas colors. But then you're gonna add in your details to it, so. Fast and easy.
Relaxing too, I feel so relaxed.
Well, you know, now if you were watching like, you know, superheroes or something and doing painting, it really works out great. Or, you know, some of these new, what do they call them, binge-a-thons?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to watch some of the science fiction as I paint, and it really works good. But I can tell you that when I paint to certain things like action movies or things that make me agitated, my painting doesn't look half as good as if I listened to Basha or something calm. So be aware of your surroundings and make sure that whatever you're actually painting doesn't look angry when you're done. Because, you know, you do reflect what you listen to. But, you know, if you're listening to somebody scream and beat somebody up like Thor, it works great. So easy. I'm going to do, this will probably end up having to have 2 coats on it. But the green works out really good. Like I say, if you want to do it into another fruit, you totally can. Cantaloupe, honeydew, Crenshaw, whatever.
By the way, Katie said, "You're amazing, Shalyn."
Oh, thank you. You are nice. Thank you. It's just a lot of fun. I wish I could take all you guys and bring you to my house and we all can paint together, because we would have a lot of fun, just because things like this are fun.
Yes, they are.
I love painting with Nash. I love hanging with Nash because we have a lot of fun crafting. And that's the whole point of doing crafting is, gosh, have some fun, enjoy it. Enjoy the ride.
That's right. That's important.
So the same stencil that I used for the frame.
Oh.
This is what I'm just gonna do a piece of this to show you what I did. Your red on top of this white stippled is gonna look pink. It's gonna have a lighter color to it. So just be aware of that when you use a red with a white. And I'm just gonna use another smaller stencil brush, and I'm just gonna work that paint in. And just do it in circular motion. You can do this, but you're gonna wear all your paint out. So circular motion. But I'm gonna show you how it turns pink. So just kind of, you know, I know it's gonna look a little bit pink, but if you line the boxes of it, it'll look a little bit darker. And sometimes when you go in a circular motion on here, it will make it a little bit darker, but it's gonna have a pink hue to it. So you can see how it's just kind of a little bit pink.
Yes.
But it still looks good. It still looks good. But I know people get a little upset because like, it's not red. It actually is red. It's just matched up with the white, and
that's what happens.
Yeah, that's what happens. So easy peasy crafts. These are very easy to do, very fun. They will be so cute when you get done.
They look fabulous.
I really, 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 really like them
So
a lot.
much fun.
And, you know, like on your picture frame, you can actually turn your picture frame into a watermelon. So you could do the outside of it green, do this inside, do it all red, and then stipple this outside, do your little dots.
And then do the seeds?
And then do your seeds. And you can make watermelon frame menus.
Oh, cute.
So you don't necessarily have to go with the red and white check, but, you know, be creative. Start figuring out things that you like, and then just go for it.
Explore.
Exactly, because that's the whole point of buying a kit is you want to buy something that you love the product, but you also want to add your own personal touch to it. That's what makes it you.
Yes.
I mean, I can give you the ideas, I can give you the patterns to use, but what you're going to do is you're going to create you. And that's what's so cool.
Yes.
And once you buy the kit and you make it, please, please post it on I Love Arts and Crafts.
Yes, we definitely want to see what you do. Yes, for sure.
That's what's so fun about when you see people who have done a project that you have created and they've made their own and put their own touches to it. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And then I always think, oh, why didn't I think of that? Oh my gosh, they're so clever. Because we all have a different style. We all have a different way of doing things. And that's why it's so cool to go to these bazaars and these farmers markets and the art shows, because everybody has a different perspective on art and what it's supposed to look like and how it's supposed to be. And some people match up to your criteria and some people don't. And that's what's so great about it.
Yes.
And so when you get crafts that resonate with you and you're like, oh, that's so cute, I want that in my house, that's when you need to get something that you love and just keep going. And like I say, these patterns are great for bazaars, for craft shows, for all the trade shows. I like them.
Yeah, and it looks great. I mean, look at this. Look how pretty this is right here. And this is fantastic because, so this right here, the frame that you'll get, this beautiful drawing here, you get the pattern so you can trace it yourself and create it yourself. But of course, you're going to build upon it and give it your style. Then look at this below, the menu. You get this wooden frame for you to decorate and paint and create your own style, unique style to it. You get this round with this fun. I love this. This is one of my favorites. The little ant on
he's just relaxing
on the watermelon. Yes. You also get the rounds for the coasters. And now tell me about this. I know you mentioned you get twine.
Okay. Yeah, you get twine with your sign, but
which will come with your sign.
Yep. And you'll get some black lace ribbon. But here's what's fun about doing picnic stuff. You can go to the local.
Look how cute this is.
I mean, I made this in like 5 minutes, so.
She made it while we were getting mic'd up.
Yes. So let's see. How do we have it? Let's turn it this way. Anyways, you have to hold it. It's not working for us.
You have to not be challenged like me.
I don't know what the problem is, but it's me. So anyways, it says picnic, but I'm going to take this off and show you. So you can go to your nearest dollar store, superstore, whatever store you have around you that you can buy clothespins and paint them. Just paint them. That's all you have to do is just paint them the color that matches what you're doing. This one has stripes and dots.
Oh, yes, different styles. Let me show you.
They're different styles.
So here you have ones with the stripes and the dots. You can see it on the camera right here. So this is with the dots right here on the camera, and then this one
that's with the stripes.
Is with the stripes. And look how cute it looks. And you have this
just twine,
and it looks fabulous. It
and
looks
just
so much fun.
Paper.
Now, obviously, we're holding it, and gravity's working against us.
It's totally working.
But when you put it, like she had it over here on the table, and it was adorable. It looks great.
And it's just simple. But I'm going to tell you a secret on these. I didn't paint these.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't paint these. I found these at a store that was actually clearanced.
No way.
And they matched exactly what I was doing. And I thought, oh my gosh, how cute. So the accessories that you add to your crafts they're gonna add a lot to what you do.
It adds an extra flair to it.
It does. So be creative, open your mind, and just go with the flow.
Go with
the flow.
Just go with it. And by the way, so the first step for you to go with it is just to go to mondomarkettv.com, where you can get your wooden kit, your picnic, your cool picnic in the park wood kit. It comes with all of these things that we've mentioned already. It comes with the frame. It comes with the 10x10 frame. It comes with the 6x8 wood frame. It comes with the 7x7 wood round, the 2 4x4 wood rounds for your coasters. It comes with the pattern. This way you can just you can follow along. It comes with painting instructions. So you're not alone in this, right? You have us. You have this video. You have the written instructions, and it's super easy and fun for you to create. During the next 24 hours, our introductory price is $19.95. Normally $21.95. During the next 24 hours, $19.95. Just go to mondomarkettv.com today to get yours and get started creating this beautiful, beautiful set of picnic items. You can create it for yourself. You can have a good, just a relaxing moment for you to create this, or a good time with your family to do it together. Great activity. And you can even sell it in bazaars and shows and things like that and make a profit from it. So it's a fantastic thing for you to do.
And if they have any questions, they can reach me here at...
yes.
What's the email again?
Just email Shalyn at mondomarkettv.com. Shalyn at mondomarkettv.com if you have any questions. And she'll answer.
I'll answer them for you.
Yes. And check this out. Myra said, just in time for a summer party. Perfect.
That's right, Myra.
You
party
got it.
on.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's awesome.
Exactly. All right. Well, my friends, Shalyn, do you have any other final comments for our viewers today?
Do you know what? I just hope that when you buy this kit and you get it finished, you show me, because I love seeing your finished work. I really do. I think it's really cool, and I can't wait to show you what we're doing next week.
You got it. And don't forget to join our Facebook group, I Love Arts and Crafts. Well, that's where she was talking about, where the conversation continues afterwards. We want to see what you're working on. We want to see your picnic creations. So just join the group, I Love Arts and Crafts, on Facebook, and post on there, because it's an awesome place. It's really cool to see. So do that, all right? And now the lucky winner for our drawing. Well, our lucky winner who shared and commented on our during the broadcast, well, that is Celia Singleton. Celia, congratulations. Yay! You are the lucky winner of this very cool coaster set made by Shalyn. So congratulations. Just email info@mondomarkettv.com, info@mondomarkettv.com. Your mailing address, so that we can get these shipped out to you.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
All right, and we'll be back here next Monday. Do you want to give us a quick sneak peek of, or a quick of just maybe what we're going to talk about next Monday?
Well, I'm going to tell you, it has to do with pine cones.
Ooh, oh, this is going to be fun. She was telling me about it.
You're going to love it. You don't want to miss it, because I have just gotten so excited over this.
I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. So join us.
Fun with pine cones next Monday. All right, just stay tuned. Mondo Market TV, don't forget. Okay, see you then.